Individuals that ever walk the streets of the 202 right now.
Indeed.
We got my
Shining.
man Paz, Lifestyle.
Zero.
And we have the lady, Sankara, XT. Is that how, you know what I'm saying? I want to give you a whole Instagram handle.
Absolutely.
That's what they need to know.
But and it's your total brand, right? Sankara XT.
What does XT mean?
Extra.
Well, XT is actually my middle name.
Okay, right. But I have it here, but can you pronounce it for us?
Yeah, it's Sankara Asha Teray.
Asha Teray.
Yeah.
Asha Teray.
Can you spell it for us, though?
Yes.
Extra fashion, extra business.
I need
Can I get that in a sentence?
I need this spelling.
Yes, it's how you spell my name. It's XASHATURE.
I love
Beautiful.
it. I could never remember that.
Sexy
Somebody
name,
needs to
sexy
name
guy.
their daughter that
Yeah.
and just make teachers struggle for days.
Well, it
Yes.
means life.
It means
Life.
in what language? In what dialect?
It's African.
Okay.
Sankara, I was named after the African president of Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara. So that means determination.
Wow.
And then Kwame Ture, Stokely Carmichael, Asha Ture. So that's very good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you had no option but to be great.
You know, that's
Absolutely.
Just
Thanks
walking
for the
around with
That's
all
a-
this regal.
Names mean something, and when you carry
Yes.
a heavy name, you live up to
For
it.
sure,
right.
for sure.
That's real.
I've
Yeah.
known
sure.
this young lady a long time since she first stepped on the yard, yo. Listen, really.
Wow.
Don't tell my
Was
age.
that was that,
In your first year
I didn't say
at
what year
Howard?
it was, because it was last
Yes.
year. But still,
Oh,
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I came to Howard in 2008, so.
Wow.
damn.
I'm a O.
Now you telling
No,
my
you're not.
age.
Okay, my bad.
No, no, no.
Not, hey, listen, we're
This
not
is
going to
giving
discuss
a
ages
youth,
up here.
right?
No.
This is a youth
We
circle
all
here,
still
okay?
getting it.
Black
Look,
don't
blacks
crack.
cracks never. Okay.
Hey, listen,
Right, never crack.
that good black don't crack.
None
Good
of
black.
it. None
I'm
of it.
51,
Hey,
and I'm feeling
Yes.
great.
big up to the 50s, y'all.
Yeah.
Up to
What?
the
What?
50s.
What?
Hey, look.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tell us about that water that you drink, okay?
Hey, if I tell you, I might have to kill you.
Talk to us about your yoga
Nah, really.
recipe.
Hey, look, the real H2O is don't stress over the bullshit.
Bomb. That's the water.
Trying
of
to
life
tell
right
you,
there.
like straight up.
Man, big
Don't.
jewels,
Oh, can I
man.
cuss on here?
Hey, listen, hold up. Why you dropping gems? We gotta let the people know who you are, man.
Yes.
Kaz Lifestyles, man. Kaz, where you rapping, fam? Come on. What's
Hey
up?
man, I'm from Harlem, New York,
I'm glad he's
slash
rapping
Yes.
Harlem.
slash
Straight up.
slash Uptown DC, baby,
Absolutely.
Uptown cat.
right.
All the way
Yeah.
around.
Right.
I'm a
Uptown
coolest-
all the way around.
Uptown.
Hey, yeah,
That's what we doing.
Uptown, baby.
All
Love
right,
it.
all right.
Don't even get me on the main street, Van Buren, man. You know what's up.
All right, so you're truly uptown.
Yeah.
As a kid, I'm
Look,
up the block.
Oh, I'm a Katie
Say
Watt
no
girl,
more.
Katie Watt
Say
all
no
the way,
more.
okay?
Still here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But Kaz, man, tell us how you came to, man, run this fashion game in DC, man. Talk to us.
Man, I ain't gonna say I'm running it, man, but
So, I mean, just,
I'm
you
putting.
know, how
I'm,
you got in? How you got in?
Man, it really was my mother. My mother was a stylist. She got into it. And then I found out later my mom used to dress the Commodores, Lionel Richie, a lot of people back up in New York. So I got bit by the bug, man. I never went to the school for fashion. And I just been blessed. I mean, I was the first African-American male couture designer in Saks Fifth Avenue.
Wow.
I just got inducted last month up in Jersey. I'm in the top black 50 designers in the world right now.
Congratulations.
I'm doing stuff for the Giz on Sunday, the Go-Go Wizard of Oz on Sunday.
Plug that real
Is it
quick.
called the Giz?
It is
It's the
called
Giz. It's the Giz. And then,
It is the Giz.
The
and then I
Giz.
just signed a
MGM.
deal with the NFL.
It's sauce involved.
Congrats.
Yeah, yeah.
Chicago's. Who is
Hey, I don't know about all that. I stay in my lane. I do the clothes, baby. That's it.
So you did this
Awesome.
So now the guys who wrote it and put it all together, I did their outfits.
Dope. Dope.
So it's a good look, man.
That's it, man.
And then I'm gonna give y'all an exclusive. So I just signed my contract with the NFL. I dress all the first and second round draft picks for the next 5 years.
Wow.
So you know, God is good, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, God is good. Yeah.
We got black
Yeah.
excellence right now. Like, really.
I gotta hit you with the exact same question,
Yes.
because your story.
Oh, no, she's
and
banging.
your
I'ma
trajectory
sit
is
back.
Incredible. Yo, listen, Sankara, tell
us.
Give it up. Let's start from square one.
Well,
Queen right
hi, I'm
Alright.
Sankara. I'm originally from Gary, Indiana.
All right.
All right.
I went to Howard, and I studied fashion and dance. And I don't know. I like.
you got way
She
more.
bullshit.
Humble.
Listen.
Humble lady.
She
Don't
dresses.
make us tell your story.
Look,
Right,
she is the
right.
main stylist and stuff for Kevin Durant's mom.
Absolutely.
Kevin Durant. Like she
Absolutely.
playing games right now. I'm
Yes.
doing you how you do me.
So listen, no, I got a real specific question for you, Sankara, for real. Because I know it took a lot to get into the game. And I love how you humble and, you just playing it low key. But even to get to where you are right now, like tell a little bit about like what the necessary steps were and some of the, key stops along the way, your mentors, all of that.
Okay, so I came to Howard in 2008. I was a dance major. I didn't originally get accepted into Howard.
Where you from originally?
I'm originally from Gary, Indiana.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Yes.
What's up?
Indeed.
Hey, okay.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes. R.I.P. Joe.
So I switched my major to fashion my sophomore year. I quit my junior year, moved to New York in 3 days.
Out of here, huh?
Yeah.
I
Did
had
you get out on the Chinatown bus, or did you,
I
at least
remember-
wait for the Greyhound?
Remember
Right.
Rip the Runway? Like on BET, they had the Rip the Runway
Yeah.
fashion show. I went to go intern on a Friday, and then the director was Nicki Minaj's stylist at the time. So they were like, he wants you as his assistant. Can you be here Monday? And I was like,
You're like, yeah.
so I
absolutely.
went, yeah, so
Let me pack my backpack and
I
go.
was gone. I didn't think
I love
twice.
it.
I left, and I lived there for 3 years.
Nice.
So,
Yes.
I came back and I finished Howard. So, and then
Okay, so
I'm a
you
mom.
graduated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I got a baby.
And your
All
mom.
Let me
right.
out.
Baby.
A whole lot.
Oh, yeah, you
He
do
is
have one of
super
the
fly.
flyest toddlers
super
out here in the
fly.
streets. One of the
Is
flyest
that thanks to
toddlers.
mom or does he choose?
Now he like we have an argument every morning. You know,
Love it.
he wants
Okay.
to wear Jordans only, but you
Love
know.
it. Is he making good decisions?
Sometimes, I
Sometimes,
don't like
right.
always like the sneakers, but he'll rock the Chelsea boots for like a minute, and then we're
Okay.
done.
Okay.
The fact that you got a toddler that would choose Chelsea boots, that's how we
No,
know who
he
you
doesn't
are.
like them. He
Yeah.
don't want them. He don't want them. He doesn't like them. Yeah.
That is
Listen,
amazing.
I be wearing crazy stuff. I be like, yo, you can't know. You
It's
can't wear
all
that.
about them
You gotta get
creating
the
their
options
own
first.
fashion.
You lay out the options and then
And
let
then
them.
see where he goes. All right.
Okay.
Now I might need you to come style
Yes.
my son.
Yes.
I love the kids. Let's do it.
But that's what I'm interested in because was it as a little kid in Gary that you first realized you were into fashion? I mean, how did that come about?
I feel like it was just the performing arts. I went to a performing arts school. I grew up around the arts. I was a dance major, and even at the times where I had to perform, I was like, what are we wearing? You know,
Yes.
I remember like my first performance. The dance teacher was like, "We have an updo." I came with like the big barrel, the hood joint,
No,
the
with
barrel
the
pin curls.
little
I was
Yes.
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 spray painted
You know
shirt.
what
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
you gotta represent your roots, yo,
Amen.
from whence you
I'm
came.
from the hood. I'm from the hood. Okay.
Listen, that's what we here to talk about.
Yes.
Straight
Yes.
up.
So I thought I was doing something, but it just really always came from being around the arts, the discipline of it all. And then when I went to Howard, I had a professor who was my mentor. He was a costume designer, brought me on like Broadway shows with him, and that's how I kind of broke in.
Nice.
Love it.
Yo.
And is that Reggie?
I love it.
Reggie Ray, yes.
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 R.I.P.
Yo, he's
Yeah.
definitely
Great.
a
My
lot
dad.
of people mentors.
Yes.
Man. Shout out to my
Yes.
man, Jeff. That's my
Yes.
boy right
Yes,
there.
Yes.
Jeffrey
Yo,
Glenn.
Jeff, my
Yes.
boy, MIA Jeff.
He's in LA, and then another one of his children just did the costumes for Black Klansmen.
Oh,
See?
really?
Yeah, so
Yep.
he left the legacy.
Reggie's babies are
Over there.
killing
Yes,
it.
Deep
for
over
sure.
there.
Yes.
For sure.
So look, I gotta ask y'all this because we in DC. This is the Washington and Former Bridge, and y'all have made y'all bones and made your footprint out here in this town. As stylish people, fashion people, big question that's really been on my mind a lot. What is DC's style?
Yeah.
Like, as far as black
Yeah.
folks go, like
Yeah.
for us, like, what is DC's style?
So I'm gonna say, as far as for what I do, it's conservative, but it has a twist. Because
okay.
you have so many people that live in DC that are not from DC.
That's true too.
So they're bringing a little bit of their culture into DC.
I'm agreeing with
So that's
that.
what kind of makes DC that melting pot.
I agree.
So what I love about it is the fact that you can go from that impeccable suit
Right.
to that flashy skirt.
Do you feel like people wear good suits in DC?
Nah.
Me neither.
Nah.
You know what
I'm
I'm
a-
saying?
but-
I feel like a lot.
But
Yo,
I'm gonna tell you why though.
It sounds
why?
as
Tell us why.
It's the type of career that they
It's the
have.
type of job, right?
It's a
Yeah.
career.
You
Okay.
can't come through like the government.
You
with
can't
the
win
suit
without
like-
wear.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you're right.
You know you
They're
can't.
gonna hate
No.
on you, especially if you
You
black.
can look,
Hey,
look,
listen.
look. You can if and you should,
Right?
but
But we know what it is.
but
Yeah.
we know how it gets down. So
Turn
for
it down.
for
Turn it
me,
down. Okay.
like I love the fact that I see Eat out here doing their thing.
Yes.
I see Museum. Like there's so many different type of fashion
So
elements.
DC has always been loyal to like local brands. Like
Absolutely.
From the Madness, from, you know, Hobo, Sabiato.
Sabiato,
Right,
yes.
right.
Like,
But you
Me
know,
too.
you know
I
your
feel you.
history.
so like, what part do you feel like that has to play in like DC's style story or fashion story? 'Cause
I mean, but
city
every
got a fashion story.
but every
you know?
city has a culture.
Right,
That's DC's culture. Like when I lived in New York, it was uptowns.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We wore them pure white,
True.
you know, Air Force Ones.
True,
that was
true.
our thing right there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, son know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so we all have that culture.
Right,
you know,
right.
like for me coming from Harlem, Harlem did custom way before. You
Right,
feel me? We
right.
were wearing custom, but we were wearing color. Because
Yo.
you got to talk about this.
Shout
And-
out to Dapper Dan.
Shout out to Dapper Dan. Like
Dan
I'm
killing
glad
it
he
right now with
I'm
the
glad he
Gucci
finally
collection.
getting his dues though.
He killing
Because
it.
a lot of companies were stealing from
Hey,
him
Gucci
back in
owe
the
that
day.
man. Gucci
Yeah.
owe.
Yeah, they owe him a
still
lot.
owe. Louis
Right,
Vuitton
and
owe.
Louis,
Yes.
right.
MCM,
Exactly.
they
All of them,
owe.
they owe him. MCM, they all owe him. But it's good though because at the end of the day, we as a culture, we're the most dynamic race on the planet.
Yeah.
So they're gonna steal from us. And for us, we gotta understand as that culture that we have to stick together. It's very important for us to support one another because they stealing from us.
I feel like
Why
we
would
do
you
that
why
a
would you
lot in
support
DC.
somebody who's stealing from you?
True. I feel like we do that a lot in DC, especially with clothing. Like people be quick to rock a shirt that they man got. Yo, listen, I got homies. Shout out to all my homies with clothing
Yes.
lines. yo.
Like real talk.
Indeed.
I love all of y'all. This printing
Indeed.
T-shirts, this heat pressing,
Yes.
whatever you doing
Y'all
out
are
here,
putting in the
that's
work.
real. I love all of y'all, man.
It's
You
a
know?
movement, man.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
It's a movement.
It's a movement.
Because but what we have to
It's
do it,
heavy out here.
and a lot of the new
Indeed.
designers and the stylists need to understand, don't just style, just don't that design.
Word.
Create a lifestyle.
Word. So-
Yeah.
So now I want Sankara to answer this. Please tell us, because everybody and their mother running around here saying they a stylist.
Yeah.
Yo, what is a stylist? I need to know.
What do you do?
Stylists do? What is a stylist?
Give it to them raw.
It's eat, sleep, breathe. You know, I
what
feel
now?
eat, sleep, breathe.
Eat, sleep,
Okay.
breathe.
You know,
Alright.
All right.
there have been a lot of times where I've styled for free. Like I've gotten my biggest clients from just doing their first shoot for free. You know, when I styled Felicia Rashad, I did it for free. You know what I mean? It's more about building respect on the name. It's the passion behind it. It's not all about the money for me.
And the
But
fact Felicia Rashad will wear what you told her to wear,
Yeah.
yo. That's Claire Huxtable, yo.
All right.
I can't tell her nothing.
Everybody's mama.
That's bad. Whatever you want to
Yeah.
wear, like, whatever.
but it's just about building that respect and that bond for people. You know, I'm supposed to be styling someone for the VMAs on Monday, and
Okay.
I probably do it for free. You know, just for the opportunity. But it's about the passion. Everybody's a stylist. Everybody's a photographer. Everybody's a makeup artist. But if Rihanna's applied that same method, then Fenty Beauty wouldn't be that. You know what I mean? So it's about
Absolutely.
taking your passion and mixing it with your purpose. Those two
Nice.
have to meet, you know? So
doubt.
I feel like if your passion meets your purpose, you're going to always win, regardless.
I
So-
love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
On a technical part of it,
All right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give us the nuts and
on
bolts.
the
man.
on
Give
the
us the game,
technical
coach.
part, you got to know your client. You got to know the brand. You got to know where they trying to go and what they're trying to achieve.
No doubt.
Because what Sankara could wear, the other
right,
person
can't
can't wear. So you got to know. So they're like a blank canvas.
Is it a lot about their personality or their body type?
It's personality, it's their body type, and it's their type of
what they're
career.
trying to read.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where they're
exactly.
trying to reach and their
We're
goals.
therapists. We're therapists.
Right, yeah, definitely
We're
Therapists,
therapists.
huh?
I see that.
Have to make
no
I
lie.
see
Have a
that.
conversation with a stylist.
With a stylist, yeah.
That is no lie.
Real talk.
That's anybody in beauty, any hair, nails.
Yeah.
You have to really sit there and listen to people's problems. You have to make people feel beautiful
Hey,
or
listen.
handsome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This
In
is
their
fact.
clothes.
And how do
Their
you
body.
I've been a
how do
barber
you
for
go above that?
12, 13
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, I've
But
been-
how do you go above that? How do you go about the guy who's insecure about his hairline, just like the woman who's insecure about their body?
Well, for,
Spanx.
for,
That's the answer.
Wine.
for me, for me, I found out that the guy, you got to kind of slow walk them
Okay.
because they're more stuck in their ways or where they're comfortable with. The women, they're a little bit more eager to jump out there a little bit.
Interesting.
Alright.
What are male insecurities? Excuse
Their
me.
weight,
Weight.
their shoe size, seeing
Okay.
other guys wear
Damn, you out
certain
here
things.
spilling game.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hold up, man.
Ladies,
hey.
ladies, pull out your
Chill
pen
out.
and
It's
paper.
not that type of party.
But
Pen and
hey, look, I'm
paper.
gonna say this. It ain't throwing no shade. It's a difference from dressing a grown ass man to a grown ass male.
Okay. who-
Oh.
Break down the what's the difference?
Whoa.
So the grown ass man, he understands where he wants to go and he wants to serve, so he know he has to look a certain way.
Alright.
A grown ass male, he wants to be served. He wants you to gas him up. He's not sure about where he wants to go. He's not sure about how he
Okay.
want to live, and he wants
He
to look like
needs
his
you.
boys all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to stand out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I get
I'm
that.
I'm just telling you. I'm gonna stop.
Nah, yeah. You just,
All right.
Hey, listen, you just gave us a game right
I know. I
now.
really appreciate that.
What'd you say, Lynette? The bracelets. Oh, you
Um,
just talking about
Oh,
the,
you know.
you know, hold up.
Look,
For real.
shining.
Hold up. As a matter of fact, we can't have fashion people up here and not
Without
let them talk about their
what
gear.
you're wearing, yeah.
What are we wearing today? You know, we don't have a shoe cam. We're going to get that in the budget for
Yes.
the next
Next,
podcast.
next one.
Shoe cam is happening.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But no, Sankara, tell us this fit here.
I mean, my whole outfit is probably $50.
See, that's the
I-
fly. Shouts claps for the audience there.
And again,
They
the
love
pen and
it.
paper comes out.
I got my.
How did you do that in $50?
My dress and my shoes are from Buffalo Exchange on 14th Street.
Yes.
And I like, if I go to Marvin's, I stop in there every time. And
No, Buffalo or Crossroads?
Crossroads.
Oh,
Crossroads. My bad.
Crossroads.
Yeah.
They're both on
Ask her which
14.
one you like
Yeah.
better.
They're both on
Crossroads.
14.
Yeah,
Yes.
Crossroads on right next to Marvin's.
Alright.
That's
Yes.
the one. But yeah, and then I got this beret from Paris for $5. I have like every color. So.
Hey,
But
listen,
it's from Paris.
it's the beret
Let,
from Paris.
let's
You
make sure we know. Bonjour.
always gotta top it
Bonjour.
off with the authentics that perfectly matches the boots.
I
That's
love
like-
the boots.
Shout outs to the fanny pack
Yes.
that's not Supreme.
And then the earrings,
Fully
that
sequined.
Right.
perfectly match.
Sankara know I'm a fan. I told her the first time I met her, I remember she walked in the barbershop and she had on like the illest 1994 swoosh sweatsuit. I was like, yo, I used to have one of those.
Right.
How you get
So
that?
let me tell y'all how
Go.
fashionable this woman is. I was at Cocktails with Claire. She was just there as a guest. See her immediately, interview her immediately, thinking she's on the panel. And then from that, everyone just started talking to her versus the panelists. And we're like, we didn't
Took over the
interview
panel.
No, all the media started interviewing this woman. Look.
You know a star when you
Look.
see it. You know what I'm
Say
saying?
no
Look,
more.
You know
we're
that
That's
thinking,
right.
we're thinking she is the show, but
Absolutely.
and you were already doing your thing then, but in the year that I've seen you, your growth has been tremendous. Tremendous. Just totally inspirational. And
How
I
was it
love
styling
it.
rocking with KD's mom?
Ah.
How's that, yo?
Wanda.
She seems like a real
Mama Wanda.
lady from Capitol Heights, Maryland.
Yes,
That's
she
not having
does.
it. I know her.
Yes.
I ran into her at Iverson Mall before.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
you
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
honest, that's been my favorite client ever. She's
Dope.
like a mom. You know
No
what I mean?
doubt.
She doesn't have any daughters, so I feel like
Okay.
she just took me in.
She put
Yes.
you under the
You
wing,
You know,
huh?
Yes.
but like, I mean, just even with growth and just like supporting my dream and just like kicking real shit to me, like,
doubt. It's
bitch,
important.
get your shit together.
Hey,
Like,
Yeah.
we need those
she's like a
people in our
mom.
life.
Yeah, so
We need those
I'm
people
thankful.
in our life.
I'm thankful.
That's wonderful.
Now, speaking of which, yo, I do have to get y'all thoughts on a couple of things.
All right.
Interesting, you know. I need work. Are you a Nicki Minaj fan?
Ooh,
You listen to Nicki Minaj?
I used to work with her, so I have a different opinion.
Oh, okay, listen. I might want to hear
Like
your
the hair was
opinion.
just fluff.
What's up with this album? I tried, yo. That's
feel,
more than I could say that I gave.
And he said three tries.
I feel that when you're in, okay, I'll go with this.
All right.
When you're not humble,
Okay.
God will put you on a pedestal, but He will snatch it away as soon as it came.
Oh.
And I will say,
Oh.
and I will say, when I worked with her, she was the meanest person to me.
The
personally.
meanest. And that's why, because you ain't never
and
been
You're
I'm
so
sweet.
nice.
I know. So
Who can be mean
Yeah.
to you?
yeah.
You worked with her too, and
it's just-
same impression.
She didn't
But
give you
she
like
didn't-
New York love?
When I worked with her, she told my team that we couldn't look at her as, yeah, like she's like we can't look at her.
She been on. Y'all
Wow.
Laura Bencroft. Like,
I'ma see that. I'ma leave that alone.
Listen, for me as a rap dude, she kicking too many whack bars for me.
Oh, yeah.
And she beefing with Safari, who ain't do nothing to
But
nobody.
it's beef with everybody. You
Yeah.
gotta,
Safari
you're
out
picking
here
stuff with
looking-
everybody.
Let that man and his fake hairline live, yo.
But I mean,
this
I
man
do-
got the fake hairline. Listen.
Not the barber talking about the fake hairline, though.
Listen, my
But
man
what is
said,
that now?
he said off the breaks, he was like, I don't even see why you doing this, because you paid for the fake hairline, and you the one who's trying to act like I'm a clown for getting it. You sent me to the doctor.
But
Yeah.
see, the thing is, I worked when he was with her. I worked with him when they were together, and he was her yes man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he did
I can
everything.
see
He was
that.
her pet.
Yeah,
He did
that.
everything.
yeah.
And
But
so,
is everybody around her yes men and women? I mean,
Only one person that I met.
But what about the music? Is the
well,
music?
my point of it all is she wasn't humble. So now this young woman, and everybody's against her. Now this young woman, Cardi B, has come and snatched
Yes.
her place
No doubt.
because she's real,
No doubt.
she's humble, and she's straight to the point.
Hold up.
So-
Yes.
On top though, I'm actually
Yes.
right. I'm here for Doja Cat. Who's
Okay, I'm here.
aware of this Doja
Doja's-
Cat situation
yes,
with the
yes.
move? Lynette, I see you over there. Ain't nobody
Lynette,
else hip to the
look.
move? You know about the move? You turned up, man. I'm gonna get you on
I
the
don't know
stage
who is
next.
that.
Yes.
Let's get Pablo on
Yes.
the stage next.
Yes.
We get Pablo on, son. But no. Are you hip to this chick, Doja
No.
Cat?
You know I'm
She did a whole entire video called Move.
yes,
The hook is, bitch, I'm a cow.
yes.
It's hilarious, yo. It's the
Is it good? Is it a good song?
It's actually
It
a
has,
good song.
it's like a cranker.
I need a
I
poll.
don't know the longevity of Doja's career.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We're gonna put up a poll.
But yeah, we'll put up a
We're gonna
poll.
put up a poll.
We got it.
I
W.
don't know who that
Average.
is.
What else
Yeah, we
y'all
old
listening
over
to?
here.
What are
Yes.
y'all listening to? You listening to
Aretha
Travis?
all day.
I mean, I've been listening.
Aretha all
Yeah,
day?
been
Aretha all
listening.
day.
Me too.
All day.
Been
What's
listen-
your favorite Aretha song?
Respect, man.
Yes.
Your choice?
Respect.
Rock
Rock
Steady's
steady.
good.
Rock
Good
steady.
choice.
I
Rocksteady
am banned from
is a
singing
close second.
Aretha, so stop,
My
guys.
favorite is Save a Little Prayer for You.
Oh yes.
That's
Save
my
a
joint.
little prayer for you.
Thank
That's
you.
my joint.
Okay.
That made me think of my
Forever.
grandma.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
But
made
as
yes.
far as
think of
me,
my grandma,
man,
yo.
Yeah.
I'm old school, man.
I love it.
I'm original hip hop.
I feel you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I lived in New York in the 70s and the early 80s.
And you saw the transition.
I saw it.
Like when it hit from New York
You know what
to
I'm saying?
a national
Like-
thing.
Yo, yeah. Like,
Wait, where are you
like,
from in Harlem,
like really
though?
kicking you some old stuff. I danced with Salt and Pepper for 7 years.
I was about to ask you. Did
You know we
work-
had this conversation.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Y'all having conversations?
Yo, I'm in the
What?
Push It video.
Bruh. This man
I'm
is
trying
in
to
the
tell
Push
you,
It
man.
I didn't. I wanted
Like
him.
real
Did
talk.
you get an 8-ball jacket?
We had
Did you
this
get a jacket?
conversation, huh?
Did you get a jacket?
No, I designed the jacket. Like I'm telling you
The 8-ball
I'm giving you
jacket
history,
is
like
so
real
everywhere
talk.
In the Push It video.
Truly
7 years.
legendary
I danced
right
with them
here.
for 7 years.
That's a gem.
Yes.
My daughter's in a ringtone is Push It.
Yes.
That's a gem.
I'm trying to tell you,
Yes.
like real talk.
I'm impressed.
You never know who you talk to.
I'm impressed.
You feel me?
Like, what? Yo, I'm impressed.
Also,
And you
Oh,
was
yeah.
mad acrobatic because the dancers.
I was about to say the dancers were the dopest part of the
Yo,
song.
that was the fun, but I wish we were getting paid the money that they getting paid now.
Now.
You was back there tumbling, son.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
So did both of you guys have to choose between sort of performing arts and styling, which tends to be a little more backstage because dance and performing was a part of both of your lives?
With me, as far as me, I was just a dancer for fun. Like I loved it. Like I used to,
but you was dancing when you were okay.
But I used to hang out at the garage in New York, the underground, the tunnel, you know. And then I came to DC, and DC introduced me to the go-go. So you know, it's a whole different type of flavor. But for me, I think dancing is like it's soul. It's like it's almost like people in church shouting.
Yes.
It's our way of shouting. It's our way of expression. It's our way of releasing. You know what I mean? And you know this as a fellow dancer as well. You know, hours and hours, 8 hours, 10 hours of practicing. And it builds that discipline because you got to know your cadence. You got to remember the song, when to make that move. So it's all discipline, and I appreciate it.
That's dope, man. Yo,
it's nothing like it.
Both of y'all got such great stories. Like, Sankara, tell us, like, what's next? What's on the horizon for you? What you got coming up next? I mean, you said VMAs.
VMAs.
You already just slightly dropped that.
Well, no, I said
I'm going to the VMAs.
Yeah.
I said I'm waiting.
Well, we're speaking that into existence. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
But I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I just go with the flow of things. I'm not like a planning type of person, and maybe that like. Me. Yeah,
coming to New York.
I go to New York every week.
Early September.
I'm doing New York Fashion Week on the 8th and the 13th
of September.
Of September.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm doing it, but she's gonna be there. So
how can people follow the moves, man? Like,
please.
Let's get all y'all information. We need.
Well, I'm on Instagram. Instagram is Cass, K-A-S Lifestyle. I'm on Twitter, Cass the Designer. You know, they say old heads still do Facebook, so I'll leave the Facebook out of it.
Look,
I'll leave that,
I'ma just shrug.
Hey, but I still use Facebook though. I'm not even going front.
That's how I keep up with my mom and dad.
And then if you want to see the designs, it's Kenny Cass _ custom. Kenny Cass Kenny Cass _ custom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect.
And Sankara, where can we find you?
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all of that. SANKARAXT.
All right.
XT. Love it, yo. Y'all been super dope guests. Like,
look at that. Look
at
God.
Stay on this couch
and dropping gems.
Couch into the VIP.
Yeah.
You know, we got more people to get up in.
And they're all important, for sure.
Thing up for real. Anybody y'all want to shout out? Anything y'all want to shout out before y'all get out of here?
Yes, thanks, Sierra. That's my sister right there.
Sierra giving us life in the front row.
Did you get good pictures?
Look.
Airdrop. Do not forget.
We need that work.
Okay.
Right.
And then I want to get a shout out. She's not going to hear me, but she in the back. She's deaf.
Okay.
Her name is Ro. She's a model. Wade. She's deaf, but she's dope, man. Dope chick. She's a model, and she's doing a lot of stuff, man. So you're gonna see her soon. Yeah, no doubt. And then just real quick, I'm opening up a showroom in DC. In 3 months.
Okay.
I'm opening up the first showroom down in Georgetown, 5,500 square feet.
Wow.
Designers on the premises, and we're making everything in-house in DC, So it's going to be real.
DC style, y'all.
In Georgetown.
We love it how we kick this thing off.
Yes.
Man, we got my man DJ Old School on the ones and twos.
Hey.
Yo, you ready to come back and get the people some tunes real quick?
Hold up. But y'all two, man, I want to give mad respect for y'all two. Because I've known you and I met you. And what y'all are doing, and it's the ears out. Like I hear people talking about y'all.
We having fun, man. We love having this audience, having these folks, these beautiful brown people.
And just getting around. And just getting around.
Dope people, yo.
Yes, thank you guys for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
You know, Akel used to cut my hair when I was buying it.
Hey, listen. Hold up. Let's get some pictures real quick.
For sure.
Y'all love